to the Road to Good Cooking, and today I'm going to be making some zucchini bread, and I'm going to set up my mixer so you guys can see how it works with the cake paddles and the bowl scraper. And don't ask me why I'm turning on my oven today and it's over 100 degrees, but here's the deal. I put on a great big old comfortable t-shirt, wrap my head up so I wouldn't be sweating all over the place, and I'm just going to get it done. You know, I mean, I do this about once a week, and hey, it's got to be done, so I'm just going to do it today. The air conditioning is going to be coming on and off, so I will probably do a voiceover and, you know, during that part of it, and because it's just loud, my camera is right here, right next to the air conditioner, and it's just going to be annoying. So when I can come on and talk to you, I will. When I can't, I'll just do a voiceover, okay? So let's get started doing this zucchini bread. Look at this shirt. It's like a size, this is one of Jerry's shirts. And it's like a size 2X. It comes down past my knees. Great to use in my kitchen when it's hot. You remember the last video, I was telling you the difference between using my smaller equipment and my larger equipment. Well, today is one of those days where I'm going to be shredding up my zucchini, and I'm going to be using my big food processor to get it done. You can totally use a grater for this part of it if you don't have a food processor, and this is the size that you would use if you have a box grater or just a hand grater like this. Alrighty? Okay, time me. See how long it takes. It's not going to take long at all. Trust me. And I'm done. I'm going to be making 2 loaves today, so I'm going to need 4 cups of this shredded zucchini. I might not use that because I don't want to have to cut that up. I need 4 cups. That's 2. And I'm going to have some left over, but that's okay because I use it in my smoothies. And tonight I'm making some orange chicken and a stir fry. So I'll use it in my stir fry tonight, and that'll be okay. Okay, that's 4 cups there. And I'm going to put a little salt. That'll kind of help draw out the moisture. Cover it up with a paper towel, and I always put something in there to help move it along, and that'll help the moisture drain out of there for me. And I'm going to let it drain for about 30 minutes. So I got my timer here because I'm going to be doing something else and I don't want to forget about it. And while I have my food processor out, these are my carrots that I'm going to use in my stir fry tonight. I might as well go ahead and shred those up while I got the processor out and be done with it. Okay, I muted the sound because I don't want to kill your ears again with the noise. And let me tell you this, having a food processor is a game changer to me in the kitchen. It saves me a ton of time and, for big projects. And if I don't want to pull out my big food processor, I pull out the mini one. So, having two of them is a game changer for me. And here's the recipe for the zucchini bread. You might want to pause it right here and take a screenshot or come back to it later and write all the ingredients down. All right, the rest of the steps are going to be pretty well self-explanatory, so I'm going to do like I always do, put on some nice soft music for you, so just sit back and watch me work.
Check the zucchini.
My timer is telling me it's time to check the zucchini.
Check the zucchini.
Uh-oh, Houston, we got a problem. You see here, my sugar is super, super hard, and my sugar bear did not do his job to keep my brown sugar soft, and I should have added the 5-pound bag that I have in my pantry to my sugar, and Sugar Bear would have done his job. So now I have to chip this out of here. I hate when my brown sugar gets like this, and I tell you, after this video, I will be filling up my jar and rehydrating my Sugar Bear so this won't happen. So I'm going to be a little bit short on the brown sugar, and you'll see what later on in the video I'll probably be adding something else to replace the sugar that I'm missing. All right, you see here I have a few hard lumps of sugar in there, so I'm going to have to crush them up by hand because I don't want to end up with hard lumps of sugar in my bread. I'm adding the organic flaxseed, and I'll be adding organic chia seed. Both are totally optional. I like to add extra fiber to my recipes or in my diet whenever I can, and I add the same seeds to my smoothies. And sometimes if I'm having hot cereal, I put it in my hot cereal. I sprinkle it on my salad. Like I said, extra fiber is not going to hurt you. It's just good for you. Alright, the recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm using my homemade vanilla and I love the flavor of it, so I'm adding a tablespoon of my homemade vanilla, and it is absolutely delicious. And also, since I was a little short on the brown sugar because my sugar bear let me down, I'm going to add a tablespoon of my molasses, and that'll give it a nice earthy flavor. And I just added that to the egg because I will be adding the liquid first. And here's how I put my bowl scraper together. The straight blade attaches to the longer arm of the driver, and it scrapes the bowl on the outside wall, on the outer wall. Now the shorter blade, the curved blade, attaches to the short arm of the driver and it scrapes the center column. Super easy to put together. And today for this recipe I'm going to be using my cake paddles, and it attaches to the metal driver, and it too is super easy to put together. See there? Just like that. And just like before, I have all my attachments in the back of the machine here, and I covered it up with a towel because I get kind of messy sometimes and I don't want to have to wash all this stuff. The driver's in place and I'm good to go. It snaps on like this. And then the whole thing goes right over the driver, just like this. Just like that. Okay, now we're all finished mixing, and this is the part that I really don't like because you guys know I don't like to get my hands dirty and sticky when I'm cooking. But that's something I'm gonna have to get over with this mixer. If there's anything that I'm not liking about this mixer, it's this part, and that's only because of my little analness keeping my hands clean. So I have 3 baking pans that I lined with parchment paper, and I I lined 3 of them because I wasn't sure if my batter was going to require another pan, but looks like I am going to fit it in the 2 smaller pans. These are 8.5 by 5 pans. And this time I'm going to leave my batter. I left my batter just a little bit wetter because I didn't wring out the zucchini like I normally do. Normally, after I let them drain for about 30 minutes, I put them in, usually have them in a cheesecloth, and I wring it out real good to make sure all the liquids are out. But then I noticed that my zucchini bread was kind of dry. So this time I didn't wring out the moisture. I left it in there. When I cut it this morning, it almost looks like a candy bar. It tastes like a candy bar to me. So that's a plus. Yes. So I think I'm going to stop wringing it out and leave the moisture in my zucchini. And we are looking really good. Look at that. And I was amazed at how clean the bowl stayed. Well, I made it dirty, but the bowl scraper did its job. All right, I got all the batter out the bowl, and from here I'm going to smooth out both pans of batter with my offset spatula, and you'll see here in a second that it looks like the one on the left has more batter in it than the one on the right. So I'm going to scoop out some of that batter and put it on the right. That way they'll both be about the same size. I'm going to keep one loaf, and then the other loaf is going to my neighbor upstairs, and I'm giving it a quick tap to make sure that the batter is leveled off in the pan. And my oven burns really hot, so I'm going to have my temperature set at 325. You bake yours at 350, or depending on how your oven bakes. If it burns hot and fast like mine, bake it at 325. And there's a lot more moisture in my cakes this time, so I'm going to bake them low and slow. All right, since I have my oven on and I have no dehydrating projects scheduled for this month, I took my eggshells and took my eggshells out the freezer where I normally keep them, crushed them up, put them on this baking sheet lined with aluminum foil, and put them in the oven and let them bake till they get nice and dry. And after they get dried out, I will run them through my NutriBullet, turn them into eggshell powder, and I use that for my garden. I sprinkle them on my garden plants, and I also sprinkle some in Sophie's food. It's a good source of calcium for both Sophie and my plants, so that's what I do with my eggshells. And like I said, I just keep a bag in the freezer. When I get enough to process, that's what I do. And here's my finished zucchini bread. Yes, I had it with a cup of coffee this morning, and I topped it with some cream, and don't judge. It's really good. And I absolutely love the texture of it. I love the fact that it's a lot more moist than my last batch of zucchini bread that I made. So I will start making it like this from now on. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a few minutes of your time with me. And I hope you give this recipe a try. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and please give it a big thumbs up. That way it lets YouTube know that you enjoyed my content and my channel. And please come back anytime. And don't forget to share my link with everybody you know in the universe. So you guys be blessed, stay cool, stay hydrated, and I will see you when I see you.